Alright, guys, in our last episode, we had a phone call to answer.
Can you imagine the vagrant's surprise when I grabbed his knife from his hands? It was instinctive. It was beautiful. In one movement, I sliced out his throat and gave him the gift.
And there we are. We have Zaz's hideout. We know where he is, and we're gonna go save his hostages. And hope you guys are doing alright today, or this morning, or evening, or at 2:30 at night, or whatever time it is when you guys are watching this. And as we can see, the front door there is locked, so we gotta go through the vents and
Oh, this is a glorious day for you to
that.
die
Got a
on.
Riddler trophy there. We'll be getting
I cannot describe with
all the
mere
Riddler
words
trophies and
the
all
joy
that,
I
but
feel
first,
as I make that mark
gotta-
into my flesh.
gotta take out Mr. Zaz. Yeah.
This is all too much fun, isn't it, piggies? Pick up the phone, Bat! This is not over. It cannot be over. My blade will bathe in the crimson rivers of blood that will pour from the holes I cut into your body. You cannot deny me the mark. I need to make the mark. It's all I have left.
So yeah, I mean, it sounds like Zaz. He really needs help, but like with most Batman villains, he probably won't be getting the proper help he needs anytime soon. But we can go to his little table there. We can turn on the power button for an electrical current. We can scan the little broker cards he had there on the table for more background lore for the Arkham stories. And over here, got to use the remote control batarang to power up an electrical box that was in the vent, and that'll let us get the Riddler trophy. Get it powered up right there. And it's probably a lot faster. Don't have to go back the way you came. You can just go through the door. Get the trophy right there. And there's another one. This one was tricky. It was because unless you were interrogating all the Riddler informants and all of that, or if you looked up a guide on YouTube or anything like that, you'd have no reason to come over here and find that one over there that was hiding behind the wall. And we got some more concept art there for the Lazarus Pit. But yeah, I mean just that one trophy right there, because you wouldn't think it's like you wouldn't think that there'd be a Riddler trophy right there, because this room ain't very big. But that one's awfully tricky. It can be. And right here, as the water was just started to rise back up just enough. So instead of doing all that, just get out the line launcher and just make your way across. And right there, just completely mess up, and at some point we get out of Zaz's hideout, and as soon as I got the Riddler trophy, I should have just grappled back up into the vent and got out that way instead of fumbling getting out that way. But yeah, so yeah, with Zaz taken care of, we don't have to worry about any more of the ringing telephones anymore. So can can cross that off the side mission objectives. And for this episode, what we have on the docket for this episode, guys, is we just took care of Zaz, and we're gonna spend some time going around the map. Just cleaning up more of the Riddler's trophies and riddles and all of that. And we're gonna do some of the physical challenges that were added that are new and that they put into the game. And we can go up here and we can have a chat with Victor, and of course, a cold start for the Arkham story, or the stories, and there's the one for Zaz. Brokering Deals is the name of that one. And of course, we got all the phone calls for Zaz.
I told you I would find her.
Thank you, Batman. I am sorry I doubted you.
Just fix her and quit this life. You're better than this.
And yeah, and you can, have a brief conversation. I guess the final conclusion for Victor and Nora, at least for this game. And we'll be, getting their proper final conclusion to their story in Arkham Knight. It'll be DLC, so you guys can look forward to that. And we don't get very much story progression in this one. I guess the only little bit of story progression is in a few minutes or so. I go up to the industrial I go up to the steel mill and get that dialogue with Oracle, and we take out the guys that are that are behind the steel mill in the back entrance. And here, I don't know what I was doing there on that long pause there overlooking the bridge. I think I was doing something on my phone, or I was looking for a video or something to watch while I was doing the recording. And there, if you guys see there on the water, you see bits of the frozen ice, and that was the path Victor took to get to the warehouse where Nora's at. So it's cool attention to detail there. And got just even more of those Riddler trophies that we couldn't get yet for story progression. That one was actually one of the very first ones we could have gotten after we got out of the steel mill the first time. Yeah, and some. Oh yeah, and we we do a little more progress on the Watcher in the Wings side mission as well. We do progress his side mission a little bit as well. Okay, and got a question for you guys. For any of y'all who have played the Arkham saga of games, so do y'all wait till like the very end of the game to do all the Riddler stuff, or do y'all look online and watch other people do it? And if y'all do it, do y'all like just turn on a video in the background, or or just find one of y'all's favorite podcasters and just listen to them while you're scouring, Gotham, just doing the Riddler side missions. And over here, once again, I think I was changing YouTube videos. That's why I paused there for so long, guys. Just searching the map and just making sure I don't miss any of the Riddler trophies or anything on the inside of all the available buildings that you can get into. Here, yeah, you see him right there, our stalker.
We have been watching you for a long time, Batman.
And there we are. We can get the next symbol there, and the next area he's going to show up in is the industrial area on top of the Ferris wheel outside of the outside the steel mill. And I believe that's where I'm going right now to try to trigger the last bit of his side mission. Pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure, not 100% positive, but I think he only spawns over here if you're waiting for the last time for him to spawn. I think unless you've beaten the main story, he won't spawn for the final time until after you've beaten the main story. I think, but his final dialogue that he gives you at the very end when you complete his side mission kind of kind of implies that you're canonically you're supposed to finish his side mission before you beat the main story of Arkham City. So I don't know if it's just a timing thing on my part, just trying to go ahead and finish his side mission, or if the game has his spawn on like a timer or something, or if I just got over here too fast or anything like that. But yeah, while we wait, there's always more Riddler trophies that can be found, and this one you don't actually have to take out any mines or anything. As long as you're careful, you can get this one at the very start of the game. Don't know why I didn't, but you can. It's just as long as you're careful. You don't have to take out any of the mines. Scratch one more off the list. Yeah, we got the museum cleared. The industrial district's almost completely cleared. Amusement mile's almost done. It's such a good feeling though in these games. just seeing the progress you make in the Riddler side missions. And as much as everyone complains that they don't like Riddler, it is such a great feeling though in each game whenever you're making so much progress and taking him down. And over here, I don't know why. At least I'm pretty sure. I'm making my way to the Bowery now, so I can go into the subway at this point. I don't know why I left the industrial area where because the second or the one of two entrances for the underground was in the industrial district, so I don't know why. I'm just going back to the Bowery so I can go in through there. I don't know why. Just had a brain freeze there, I suppose. But it happens. You can't have perfect recollection and all of that on every game you play. I guess this was just one of my moments, I guess. And then I believe after that, well, no, I'm not. Don't I ain't going to the Bowery yet. Um, this here what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to find that last daggum camera that's in the Park Row area. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I am. I'm trying to find that last Tiger camera, and it takes me a moment to, finally find it. I don't want to say that I just remembered where it was because I didn't, from how long it actually takes me to find it. But I do eventually find it, and it I'm ashamed to say it takes me longer to find it than I would ever be willing to admit, but I do eventually find it. And right here, I don't know what I'm doing right here. I think I'm just taking a moment trying to remember where it is or something. Don't even fully remember. I just had to take a moment and think on the gargoyle. Just I was just running through my mental map in my head, trying to remember where that last stinking camera is. And yeah, but I eventually find it. Eventually. Yeah, and I just I know and I know where that last trophy is, but it's just that last daggum camera. And I do know once we start dealing with Protocol 10, we we're eventually able to reveal where all the cameras are. But trying to complete as much of the game as I can before I trigger Protocol 10. So don't really want to do that. It would make it so much easier for finding all the cameras. But I only got that one camera left, and it's only one, and it's in the Park Row area, and it was driving me nuts, as I'm sure you guys could tell, because for how long I've just been in the Park Row area, just looking with detective mode on, and just running around like a bat with his head chopped off. But yeah, And I know there isn't as much, action packed or anything really in this one. It's really more of a side mission type episode, guys. And and if for all you guys, for who are gonna watch all of it and put up with me, just running around Arkham, doing a bunch of side missions, and I thank you guys and for putting up with it. And there, I finally see it. It's over here, and of course, it'd be the one that's
We've lost all cameras in Arkham
you know
City. Surveillance systems are down.
over by the political prisoner camp. So we got that done, and that was, as the Tiger Command said, that was the last security camera in all of Arkham City. So we have officially blinded the Tiger's eye in the prison. And we got some more in the subway, the Bowery, Wonder City, and the physical challenges. I believe now we begin making our way to the Bowery now that we found the last Tiger camera.
I found Batman!
So, yeah. And,
Boy, am I going near any crazy plants in this place. Ivy may be hot, but she's dangerous too.
so what's some of you guys' favorite parts of Arkham City? The story-wise, is it the graphics, the enemies, like the main gang factions, or your favorite line of thug dialogue and all of that? What's some of you guys' favorite stuff to do in Arkham City? Just trying to think of some stuff to say for you guys, so it's not just the game dialogue and all that. Kind of hard sometimes. And for any of y'all who watched my first 4 or 5 episodes of the first game, the only reason those did not have commentary in them is because I did not know how to do that. I did not know how to add commentary over those videos. But lo and behold, just a quick 2-minute YouTube video search solved that problem for me. And it was really quite easy, and who would know that, the way that you can add commentary to a video, would be found in the same area where you use to, make all the edits and all that
This is
to
not
the
going to be
video.
easy, Dark Knight.
And
What number
this
comes after
Riddler
3 when the
trap
night
room
falls?
is another one that if you
The answer
go
is
in
2.
when you first get into the subway, you will not be able to get out of it. So you will not be able to complete this one without the freeze blast grenade. So yeah, just like the one in the subway where we needed the line launcher and the ability to stand on the tightrope, you won't be able to do that one without the freeze grenade. And if we go over here, we have another Riddler trophy under the bridge. Well, there's 2 of them. There's one right there for Batman and another one for Catwoman. There we got those 4 there. And we got some more patient interview tapes with Hugo. And that very last one, that very last Riddler trophy, in the subway will be the very last Riddler trophy you can get in the game, because because where that one is it's you can't get that one until after you've beaten the main story. So yeah, you cannot 100% Riddler side mission before you have beaten the main campaign.
Think he's really coming? Oh,
And
Batman?
over here, here's our little bit of
I reckon
main
Freddy's got him.
story
He's stuck in a block of
progression,
ice
I
around now.
suppose.
Really?
Take out the sniper
Yeah,
up top,
trees
and
must
then
be
we
pretty
take out
quick,
his
right?
other
I mean,
his
Joker
other
was
buddy
fighting, threatening
down
to pull the
here.
plug. No way was Freeze gonna
And
get
these
him.
guys up here, they don't have the heartbeat monitors, so you can just, you can just take them down without, disturbing all the other guys at ground level.
If you thawed her out, would she be hot?
Way I understand it, if she thaws out, she's dead. But to answer your question, yeah, she's kind of good looking in a near-dead, frozen sort of way, I guess.
Nice.
What's wrong with you?
There ain't nothing wrong with me. I've just been stuck in this place so long that if a half-attractive piece of skirt comes my way, I'm not bothered if she's a little cold. Know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, whatever. Just keep a lookout for Batman.
I think we all feel confident about stopping Batman this time, right?
I'm stuck in Arkham City and Joker's still telling me what to do. Nothing changes.
Oh, I think I just heard someone scowl cracking against that nice hard floor. Find the bloody tunnel.
Do what Joker said! Wake up! Do you hear me? Wake up! We're dead. We're gonna die in here, and there's nothing we can do. Got another one. This is no good. He won't wake up. How are we gonna get out of here, man? Show yourself, chicken! The kid's over here, I'm sure of it! Stay calm! We need to keep it together and find him. If we lose it, we're as good as dead. Understand? What? Sure it came from over there. He's back!
Oh, do I have to do everything myself around here? All I asked was that you stop the stupid Batman. I managed
So
to get
yeah,
a syringe of
there,
antibiotics, for God's sakes, and
I'll
I'm
admit,
dead.
that wasn't my
What's your
best
excuse?
run there for taking all those guys out. And I probably could have done that a bit more efficiently. But, it's whatever, just, as long as you knock them all out and all that. And that is where we will end up needing to go to progress the main story. So just go ahead and get that done. And if you go up here, you'll get some dialogue with Oracle to confirm that.
The furnace is generating too much heat. I need to find another way in. Oracle, find me a route into the steel mill.
Let's see. I'm assuming you want the most dangerous route possible.
Why change things now?
Well, you're in luck. The only way in is via the heat exchangers, to the south of the building. I'll mark it on your map.
But yeah, we will not be doing that. At the moment, we still got 22 minutes. We still got 22 minutes left. And we're going to spend basically the rest of this episode doing the physical challenges. So, yeah. We'll be continuing with the main story in a future episode, guys. I am sorry. I know. Some of y'all, maybe only want the main story, and some of y'all, just don't care. And hey, content's content. The video's video. And for the next, we're gonna be doing the physical challenges. So. So yeah, we'll be doing that. And there we got the glide continuously one without the grapnel boost. And there we got the perform a vertical dive for over 50 meters. Got that one. And some of these that I do, I must say, I am, are some of my best time doing some of these, and some of the other ones, I don't know if I was, I just, some of them I was either there was one I was just reading one of them wrong, and all that, but it's kind of hard for some of these to find enough guys out in the open world that have the right stuff that you're looking for to get some of these physical challenges. Which is probably why it's better to try to do them earlier in the story. Like as soon as they become available, kind of early into the story. And right here, all of you guys who have done this one will probably know the physical challenge I'm trying to get here is the one where you have to glide for 30 meters. Yeah, that one right there. It's like just glide for 30 meters. Roughly 5 meters above the water. So yeah, that one, obviously everyone's skill level is different, but depending on how good you are at gliding, that one can be a little tricky. But we eventually get it.
Strange take control of Gotham from Sharp.
Strange must have screwed with his...
Look out, it's Batman!
And here, I still hold that even if you don't fully do the red dive bomb on any of these guys, I think even then, Batman is 6'2", 210 pounds, wearing what would be a custom it's like a custom made bat suit, and you ain't changing probably anyone's opinion that that entire suit from head to toe wouldn't add some extra weight to those dive bombs. And I just hold that I feel like even some of those dive bombs should just be knocking guys out, because you're dive bombing guys who don't know you're there. And I don't know about you, but most people would probably agree that if you're able to take someone by surprise and you hit them, it should, I mean, just look how hard, that guy got hit. And yeah, he saw me, but still, I mean, you see how fast Batman is going there. And you trying to convince anyone that that wouldn't have knocked that guy out, getting kicked in the face with both feet, going really fast like that with momentum. It's like, come on. It's like, yeah, no, that guy's getting knocked out. But yeah, here, we're, continuing on with our challenges. I believe here we are getting the, end a combat encounter with the quick fire battering, where we gotta throw the battering at guys, and some of the other quick fire gadgets as well. So we can get those. Yep, there's another quick fire batarang. And another. One more. Take out that guy's leg. And no more there. And there's some of the patient interview tapes that they had with Hugo. We do a little more upgrading, maybe. Yep. Well, that's how we get the free flow focus. Yeah, it's that one right there. That last combat one on the second row. That one was the one that, gave me a little hard time here in this episode, guys. It's kind of hard to find a guy who, that has a throwable item once you get kind of later into the game, with that isn't like a story segment. But yeah, just got a few more of the quick fire batterings we gotta throw. There it is. We got the combo battering. And just a real quick check again. We got the quick fire explosive gel and the quick fire freeze blast. And we got the freeze blast one. There's some explosive gel. Some more gel. Counter. More gel. More gel. And some more gel. And there we go. And then the quick multi-ground takedown. That one felt really good to get. That one felt real good. Yeah, and that one right there, that one was another one that, gave me a little trouble to do. And I just don't know if I just miss, like, the fact that there was a 0 out of 3 there, but, guess it was a rare moment of me not being as observant as I usually am. So, apologize for that, guys. But, here's one. We just got to catch the remote control battering. That one's really easy.
Screws with everyone's mind. He must have done a real brain freak on old Shoppy.
I believe, don't know what these, looking around, though. Trying to find which next set of guys we want to pick on for our physical challenges. Yeah, we got that guy there with the bat, so let's go start a fight that probably doesn't need to happen, but, it's not about what they want, it's about what, gotta get those physical challenges done. And, no gun for you. We gotta keep telling these guys, they keep picking up the guns. They can't have the gun. Like, no gun for you. Just make everyone freak out. Then they all kind of duck down a little bit. That guy, he over there, he tried to pick up the gun. Pretty sure there. See, in here, just... Oh, man, this one, tried to get this guy to knock over his frozen buddy. But he wouldn't just swing his bat in the right way. I don't know if I was just getting it positioned wrong. But he finally knocks him over. Yep, there he goes. And I only need to get that one more time. So I don't think I get that one in this episode, but I'm pretty sure I get it in the next episode. So you guys can look forward to me popping that one in the next episode. Or, at least, before I finish the game up. This poor, these guys over here. Oh man, what I do to one of these guys is just dirty. Oh man, it's brutal. One of these guys, I just turned them into my little, there he goes. He hits one of his buddies. And that was the second time. My bad, I misspoke there. But yeah, just looking at all the other ones that I can, possibly do with these last two guys. Take out, and these next ones I do here, we only need one guy. So we're just gonna wait for this guy to get up, freeze him again. Just double checking. And all these ones here I'm about to do, you can do them, as long as you have like the freeze blast and the line launcher, which, at this point in the game, you'll have both. So, you can really, rack these up really fast. Just want to freeze our test subject again, just for safety. And we got that one. Wait for him to get up. Freeze him again. And we knock him over on the line launcher. Wait for him to get up. Freeze him again. And we knock him over. And we wait for him to get up. We freeze him again. And we knock him over. And we get that one. Now we wait for him to get up. Get him positioned right. And we hit him with the Ultra Stun. And now we just have to break line of sight with him. Wait for him to get up. Do his little, I don't know where you go, Batman, but I'll find you. And then we just gotta wait for him to lose interest.
Wherever you've gone, Batman, I'll find you.
Do you guys think I've done enough bullying of this poor test subject? And go to sleep. Yeah. That one guy, I think we were bullying him enough. So, he did a good job in helping us get those three physical challenges there. Felt a little bit, subjecting him to all that. Do I feel bad? Not really. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm sure he'll feel much better as soon as he wakes up in a few hours. And here, just gotta, here we gonna be performing a ledge takedown. So we only need one of them conscious. So we just knock out his friend. And sir, I'm going to need you closer to the ledge for this to work. So please get up, move back. We're just going to need you to stand right there by the edge. Thank you.
Should have left the mayor to rot in here.
And here I just, completely, entirely with. So, just do it easier this way. Get to the ground, grab no boost up, and slam them down. So yeah, that one's pretty easy. Complete those two there. Just finish a fight with a combo battering there. And here, this is like the most Batman thing ever.
It's Batman.
Just casually walk by a henchman like that. Just casually walk by him. And, quick fire batarangs. And we do that just a few more times. It's like, and I noticed the 3 there on that one, but not the one on the other one where having to have a guy with a melee weapon hit one of his friends with a melee weapon. So yeah, and we take out this guy with quick fire batarangs. And there, just looking down the street, see if any more guys woke up or have respawned. They haven't, unfortunately, so now's where it kind of gets fun, kind of like the later bit you get into the main story. Some of the the inmates that are usually out here, I don't know if it's because of all the rapid movement I'm doing, kind of around the prison and all that, but, none of these guys have, either spawned back in or what. And over here, I just get this next bit. This next bit just upsetted me just a little bit. I take out all these guys here, except the very last guy, thinking I can get the final combo batarangs and all that by ending fights with quick fire batarangs. Take out all these guys, and on the last guy, it didn't go the way I was hoping it. I was hoping it would have gone. It's just a waste of time. Well, I guess it wasn't a complete waste of time. We did get a bunch of experience, so we haven't gotten all the upgrades yet. So I guess it wasn't really a waste of time. But as far as, trying to do all the physical challenges and all that, I guess it was. So here, we just wait for these 2 guys here to get a little more distance between each other. Freeze that guy over there. Give this guy a beat down. And here, guy's frozen, he's going to drop his gun, quick fire him. And here, I don't know if it was because this encounter here is considered like a predator encounter or something, and the challenge I'm trying to do is a combat challenge. I mean, I don't know, but done it like, I've knocked him over twice now with the quick fires, and he's just not going down. And here, I check it again just to, I just check it again, It's got the little utility belt, so, that would, well, I guess, not really a physical challenge. It's more, a gadget challenge. But, I just didn't know why it wasn't popping. It was the last guy, and I had to take him down, and, the quick fire batarangs, usually, I'm the last guy like that, they'll usually take him down. Don't know why I wasn't doing it there. But, it's easy enough to fix. Just go to the industrial district and we can knock this guy out. It was only like a few moments later, I checked the physical challenges again, and I could have gotten that last one, by having a inmate, hit each other with a melee weapon with his friend that was over here. I could have got the both of them, and probably have gotten that last one there. So, wasn't thinking that far ahead. But yeah, now that we are nearing the end of this episode, guys, I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have, maybe, considering maybe liking, and you could, share the video with your friends. They might like it, and you leave your thoughts, down below in the comment section. Tell me what you thought. And, while you're down there, you could also, maybe subscribe if you want to stay up to date with me for any future games I play, or if, you want to leave suggestions down below in the comment section on games you'd like me to either play or try out. You can leave them down there as well. And even if it is a game I don't have, I might check it out one day. But yeah, yes, that was, yes, my outro there, guys. All the usual YouTube, things you're supposed to ask at the end of the video. And what all that stuff is. Where it is. And I've been y'all's host for this episode. And y'all can probably see what we're going to do in the next episode. And for any of y'all wondering, yes, it's finally time. We're going to be starting Riddler's Trap Rooms in the next episode. And I've been your host, Gaming Dragon. And I hope all you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.